Okay guys, it's time to go and review the micro quads that appeared on my channel in March of 2018. Another very busy month this month. Yeah, I couldn't even get everything on the screen here of the stuff that was kind of interesting. I couldn't get obviously everything that I reviewed in here because some of the things just aren't that interesting. So I just put out some of the things that I thought would be worthy of your time to maybe go back and look at if you might be interested in that. You see a lot of 2.5-inch stuff here, and I'll just go start from the back here. I thought this one was kind of fun, and this was my waterproof drone. If you guys are interested in waterproofing, this is a nice little micro that I built. It's totally custom, of course, but if you're interested in that, go check out that video. This one flew really nice. It's got 1103 motors. Again, and I was flying this on 3S with the GemFan 65mm props, so definitely is a nice one. Check that out. Here's something that's kind of similar. This is the Toma Quad Sidewinder. It's actually got the same 1103 10,000 kV motors and props, but I just flew this on 2S as sort of a lightweight efficiency build. This is pretty light. I think it came in around 50 or 55 grams. I don't remember exactly in that video, but this one flew really nice frame for. I thought this was better for a lightweight build, although some guys are building this with 1106 motors, kind of heavier and more powerful, but this is a very lightweight frame if you're looking for some kind of an efficiency build. I think that would be the way to go for something like this. And this is another custom build here. This is the Win 2 XL from Xhover. A very nice frame, and I know it's been out of stock for the longest time. I think it might be coming back in pretty soon, so go and check out this video and the link to the frame if you guys are interested. There's a lot of different ways you can build this, but obviously I built this with the canopy instead of the top. It comes with a carbon top plate, and I like the canopy better, but go and check out that video if you want to build something like this. This one flew really nice on 2.5-inch props, and I think I have a 1104 6,000 kV motors in this, but obviously you can put a wide range of motors in this one. I thought this one flew pretty nice. Okay, here's another 2.5-inch micro. This frame's from iFlight-RC. It's the IX2 V2 2.5-inch frame. I think it's a Truex frame. I thought it flew pretty nicely. A top-mounted battery you can see here. So if you're looking for something kind of top-mounted, alien style, in a 2.5-inch micro, this one is a good one to check out. Pretty decent bottom plate. I think it's a 3mm bottom plate. And I'm using some 1106 6,000 kV motors. And again, I thought this one flew pretty nice. If you want to check out that build, go and look at that video. Okay, another 2.5-inch micro. Surprise, surprise. This is the Catalyst Machine Works Massive Droner. I like the way this one flew as well. I like the motors in this one, especially the Gep-RC 1106 6,000 kV motors. I thought these motors have a little bit more power than the Emax 1106 6,000 kV motors, and the flight stack in here is pretty good. Frame, of course, obviously very nice. Going to be very tough with the brace in the front there, as you can see. If you want more details on this particular frame, definitely go check out that video. This one really came together nice and flew really well. I didn't have to do a whole lot of tuning on this one. Yeah, I like this frame a lot, and it flew really nice. Okay, so this is the Helifar Turtles. That's a 3-inch micro, and it's kind of very similar to the Furby X140, and I know a lot of you guys thought that was pretty good. It was a very inexpensive model and had decent components. I mean, obviously this is not top-end components here, not particularly super fast, but it will fly pretty well out of the box, and I had a good time with this one. And the frame is kind of interesting if you like sort of that H-style frame versus the stretched X frame on the X140. Very similar specs and performance to the X140, so if you like the way that was set up, then I think you'll like this. Basically, it's an X140 in a different frame. So check out that video if you want more details on this one. This one I thought was pretty nice, and the price was pretty good. I think it was like around $125. Okay, we have one of the, I think maybe the only 2-inch micro that showed up on my channel this month. It's the SPC Maker 100 SP. 2-inch props here, got the GemFan 2040s. This one flew pretty nice out of the box, didn't have to do any tuning on it, and you know, I think that for me at least, I think the 2-inch is kind of dying out a little bit. I'm kind of actually converting a lot of my 2 inches to 2.5 inches where I can, and I may possibly also do that with this frame. Camera protection isn't so great in this one, and the other downside is on the SPC Maker models, they're kind of expensive. But for the price, you do get a little bit extra accessories and stuff like that, and it is, you know, fairly well constructed. I mean, I think for the most part, I know that SPC Maker has had a couple of duds, but the builds have always been pretty decent, like the soldering job and stuff like that. Everything, all the wires were neatly placed, so they did a little bit more attention to detail I think that's perhaps where the extra cost is. And also their frames are a little bit beefier, like this has like a 3mm bottom plate, for example. Also means that they're a little bit heavier as well, so keep that in mind. But like all these components in here are pretty decent components, and I will just looking for a 2.5-inch frame to put all this stuff into, which I will eventually. But if you are looking for a 2-inch model, and I know there's not a whole lot of people out there that are still looking into the 2-inch models, but if you are, this is one perhaps you might want to check out, with the caveats of the price and the camera protection. Otherwise, I thought this was pretty decent. Okay, so if you guys are looking into the 1S brushless with the 07, 03, 07, 06 motors, you guys want to check out the Aurora 100. This one was a pretty good flyer out of the box, as if you're into the 1S. I know a whole lot of you guys are into the 1S, but this is a pretty decent 1S build, and it is using the new all-in-one board, flight controller plus 4-in-1 ESC in a single board. But again, this is just for 1S, and if you're into that, then definitely check this one out. I think this was the only one that showed up on my channel in the 1S brushless without the prop guards. I have another one here. If you're looking into 1S brushless, it's actually tiny whip style. This has the 06, 03 motors, so even smaller motors, but this is a traditional 65mm size, and obviously brushless performance on a 1S 250 battery. Check out that video on this one. It's a pretty easy build because there's very little soldering. I think there's like 7 solder joints you have to put together, and everything else is plug and play. So if you're looking for an easy brushless tiny whip build, definitely check out that video. And I saved my favorite for last. This is the iFlight-RC Ascent 2.5-inch frame with the RunCam mini split in it, and I've done a few videos on this one already. But if you're looking to build a very lightweight high-def recording setup here, this thing weighs 92 grams without the battery, and you see actually more videos coming from this from all the various places I go fly at. But check out that build video. It's a pretty tough build, but if you're willing to take the time and be creative in mounting your components and double checking everything, make sure you don't have any shorts, that kind of stuff, obvious mistakes that a beginner might make, then you might want to check out this build, because if you're a good builder, then this is going to be a very rewarding build, I think. I really like flying this. I've flown quite a bit. You can see it's got lots of dings and dents from crashes, but been holding up pretty well. So far, no major damage, and I've been flying it quite a bit. And this is one of my favorites from this month. Okay, so you're probably wondering, well, do I have anything to replace my favorites from the previous months? And if you're going to go for a 2-inch micro, go for the Diatone GTR90. That hasn't changed. This is still the best one to get if you're going to buy. It's gone up a little bit in price, and a version 2 is going to come out pretty soon with some changes, so be on the lookout for that one. That's going to also fix some of the video noise issues, I think, in the version 2. And then, of course, on the 2.5-inch side, the Hornet 120 is still my favorite. Still fly this quite a bit, and I definitely, if you're looking for all-out speed and power on a 2.5-inch setup, this is definitely the way to go. It's one of the lightest with one of the best motors, the 1106 6000 kV HDLRC. So that hasn't changed from the previous month in terms of ready to fly. Pretty much a lot of the stuff that I did in this month for March was a lot of custom builds and conversions, and you're going to see a little bit more of that kind of stuff going on. Seems like less 2-inch models are coming out, a few more 2.5-inch models, but I'm going to have more frames and more builds and more conversions coming up in April, so be on the lookout for those. If you guys have any questions about any of the products that you've seen in this video, let me know and I'll send you links to those videos. But all the videos that I mentioned for these should be in the description below in case you can't find them. But if you can't, then just leave me a question and I'll guide you to the correct place. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video for the month of March 2018, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.